M1 Entertainment, Pint Cheese, Don Status down, baby. It's our turn, baby. Million views, the podcast.
You did it again. Be loaded. Still loaded.
The Young Wonder. Hey, Mel. Million views, huh? You already know, run it up. Jesus.
What's up?
Talk to him.
Strive for it, hustle hard, and then we motivate. Taking chances, taking risks, shit we supposed to take. Million views on your brain, that shit don't sound bad. Meals and cheese and meal, welcome to the podcast.
Million views.
To the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
Million views.
Welcome to the
Podcast. Million views, man, welcome to the podcast. Million views,
Welcome to the
million views. Podcast, welcome to the podcast. Million views,
Welcome to the podcast.
million views, welcome to the podcast.
Podcast.
Million views, Cheese. Episode 2, bro.
Yes, indeed.
Episode
Yes,
2. We
indeed.
finally made it. First of all, man, go ahead on and do that thing, bro.
All right, man. I really like to tribute this show, you know, to my my girl, mom's passing away, Miss Angela McGee, you know. So shout out to my girl and her family, and you know, time of mourning right now is kind of hard, but you know we appreciate the love from everybody, you know.
Rest in heaven, man. All right, man. The panel, man. We got playing 2 times. MP2G. Got a special guest with us today, Mr.
Very
Toney
special.
Converse.
Good evening.
You know,
Thank
Mr.
y'all for having me.
Mr. Touchdown Toney Converse himself. Touchdown Toney, man.
TD.
That'll be a good place to start it, man. Where that name there came from, man.
Right.
East Jefferson High School, Tone.
Yeah.
Take us to Toney at East Jefferson High School.
Yeah.
What was that like? What was Toney like? We know the numbers,
Uh,
but who was Toney in high school?
Right.
Toney in high school, just thinking back, I don't know, I was trying to be a good example, a good leader for my community. I feel like, you know, the hood we came up in, a lot of people kind of downed us, so I always felt like I had to be a representative for our communities and just our people. So I always try to keep a smile on my face despite all the stuff we was dealing with our communities and the things going on around us. When we got to school was like kind of like a little Disneyland. It was kind of like an escape from that place we was at and a place where we were supposed to be getting it education-wise. So just anytime I took it on, I tried to be that person, not only the athlete, not only, you know, just going there to do the school stuff, but to be a representative for us while doing it, you know.
Being what they call stand up.
Yeah,
Right.
stand up, and when we stand out, you know, just be a good standout for some of the, you know, the right things.
Right, and the reason why I asked you who Toney was in high school, because we trying to really reach these younger cats before they get to those major decisions that they have to make.
Yes,
It's
Right.
about the small decisions you make before the major ones.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's so like growing as an athlete, because you don't always start off great. I feel like, you know, you make a good impression on people, but you get better as time goes. We strive to become great, and in the process of that, you know, there's a lot of love that starts coming your way and stuff, and the way people kind of see you at that time, you know, and kind of, you know, just your presence. I don't know how to explain it, but most important thing to me was always making people feel like, you know, despite what they saw in me, that they were even more important than myself, because I care that much about the people around me.
Right.
So anytime I was in the company of others, I always felt it's important to remind them how special they are to you, you know.
Yeah, man, that's the type of things you've been telling me since we first started talking, and that was crazy because I text you one day out the blue. And I was like, man, this dude probably don't even know who I am. I put the phone down and walk out. I come back to the phone, man. That dude like, man, of course I got you, man. You found, man. Tell him like them, you know.
Yeah.
It was just like that. That was our
Automatic.
first text, bro. So like, I could really attest to that. Everything you said, though, you was 100% genuine,
Right,
bro,
right,
from the
right,
start, bro.
from the start,
And
bro.
I appreciate that, bro.
Right.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think we're speaking, you know, I thank my mother for that, you know, coming up. My mom didn't have family. She was left at a church when she was little. And she was with her little brother. She was so young that she often said she knew she had a brother, you know. So she loved, like, she was in a girls' home, St. Elizabeth Girls' Home in New Orleans, and all those women became her sisters. So I always had like Spanish, aunties, black aunties. All these women were my aunties.
Right.
And I learned how to love people even though they wasn't my blood.
Yeah.
That's important in our communities and stuff. So my mom always was. I feel like that presence in our hood. She was everybody's mom.
Right, I always
And
heard
therefore,
that name. Yeah.
Miss Liz and different stuff like that. And my mom was white, so she stood out,
Right.
And that was
Right.
another challenge, on my side with the fair and stuff and all the little things we deal with. I always been kind of like feeling like not in between, but just not wondering why we can't get along, so to speak.
Thanks.
So but coming up the way I did and everything, like she just taught me that family is not just blood, because blood could turn on you just as. And so everybody that we encounter, it's important to remember, that we people and that person, is just like you, and that together we can make so much happen,
That's
so
a
much
fact,
great
bro.
stuff happen.
That word right there, bro. And I'm telling you,
so
bro.
you don't have to ask me twice. Like things of this nature and us trying to come up together and trying to do good things, positive things, trying to involve like others around us. It's important that we come together and get this time.
Okay.
But
Another
back to the high school. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, not
But just so y'all know where I'm at as a person, and like kind of when I call people brother, and I know a lot of people might have heard me say this to them, but like really, we family, and I don't have no other reason to think otherwise.
Right.
These youngsters need to hear that type of stuff though, bro, because they don't hear that often. They just see certain things, and that's just it. You know what I'm saying? They don't get to hear the in betweens of what get a person from this point to the next. With that being said, you pretty much touched on it, but give us one obstacle, in high school that could have made or break whether or not Toney signed that letter of intent. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say it was just like the one thing that say it again. I'm sorry.
If you had to pick one obstacle,
the obstacle was size. Like y'all know how small I am. You know my size,
right?
But they got like a little tiger in me. You know what I mean?
You was ready to.
And you have to like show that. You know what I mean? And then again from where we come from and how people see us, and keeping the image through all of it is a challenge.
Right.
And just my 9th grade year, like my head was everywhere, man. Like the streets was what was popping. Like I didn't have shit and drug dealers, was real appealing. And not in that nature, it's just what was they doing to survive like that? Because we survive in this way, and what trick they know or what they got that can make you not be like this.
It intrigued you.
It didn't intrigue me as much as we was hurting in my household, and I smiled every day. Always, but you start to realize shit ain't right in here. You know what I mean? This ain't how you supposed to be living.
Right.
And no matter how much of a lottery ticket I look like 10 years down the road,
you still was going through it.
You're going through it now.
Right,
You know what I mean? That moment. And so those things you get kind of caught up in. So that's kind of the hardest thing for me was saying, okay, despite my size, I do have a talent. I could be great at everything. I don't want to be great at these streets. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to be great at something. And if they telling me football is the thing or the sport thing gonna be the thing, because I think I got a brain in my head and I can come up with some other things. They got a lot of shit out there.
Right.
But right now, I'm just kind of, I see this and this, and I think this wouldn't be the safer one. And I think that was a choice I had to make early. And that I made that, I was going to put football before the streets. You know what I mean? Even though the streets was a part of my life, I had the streets before football at a point. You know what I mean?
So pretty much like every urban youngster, you ran into that crossroads man, am I going to go run these stadiums? Or am I about to go put this time in over here to try to get rich today?
Yes, and that's the choice I had to kind of make. And once I made that, and the way I was able to make it, I couldn't make it by myself. All us need little support team.
Right.
And the little idea I came up with was when I talked to my brothers, I said, you my brother, but I want you to know you're really my brother. And if you think anything of me, if you think my talent is special, if you see something in me, you could be my brother today. And together, if we use your talent too, we're going to hit that bullseye.
Right.
We're going to hit that bullseye. I'll hit it by myself. There's a good chance. You look at me now, and my chance is pretty fucking good.
Right.
But how good is yours? And if you start looking at that, we put them together, we gonna hit that bitch, man.
Right.
And with that attitude, man, you can't lose more arrows in the quiver attitude. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that idea, so that's what I started clinging to. And when I told people that, and they'd be like, yeah, and I could see that they really cling to it, whether they believe in my talent now, and they really that pack we made me stronger at it. pushing the shit to the side and trying to stay focused on that target.
Right.
And I think it eventually kind of broke me to a little. You know?
Right.
I mean, with that being said, though, I wanted to elaborate on what you're saying, because what you're saying is, number one, as a young man, especially going through what you was going through, and like I said, our families go way back, so I know what you was going through, right?
Yeah.
So it's one thing to be done made that decision. You know what? I'm gonna go right. You know, I'm gonna go without another 3-4 years, because I know once I get to this level, it's gonna be better. Okay, you make that hard decision, and they got a lot of cats. As soon as they make that decision, they hit a stumbling block. They might not be TDTC.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're not showing that talent and that nature.
Right.
He not shining. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he gonna get discouraged again.
But
he need that extra motivation, that support system.
well, what I would tell them is, like, at that point, because like when coming on, like I did 12 years and I still had a football dream.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
I had a football dream. You know, I'm skipping ahead, but I had a football dream, and I had to think, like, when I get out, I'm gonna get out at 30. These people said I'm gonna get out at damn near 40. I ain't finna play no ball, but I wake up every morning and fucking train. Like, if they cut me loose today, I'ma do it.
You was prepared.
I was prepared, and that preparedness, I feel like when I hit the streets, like I was on TV 3 days later with the voodoo. Who do that shit?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So some of these little tricks, and I ain't getting nowhere with it. I didn't play or nothing. You know, I had my practices. I shined at practices. I should have played. For whatever reasons I didn't or whatever, I couldn't be mad. I had the opportunity, and it also put me in a direction I wanted to be in.
Right.
If you love like music, and if you just helping with these wires, eventually, you know, you somewhere where you want to be around. You might not be that rapper, but you helping with the equipment and stuff.
Right,
or you
right.
around those people every day, put you in that atmosphere where you could be happy and you still getting your money.
Right.
And who knows what's gonna come from there, you know?
Yeah, that's a great point, bro.
You got anything for him?
Y'all touched on basically everything I want
So
to get on.
just hanging with just meaning that from the football aspect, those youngsters that's around it, stay around it, because they got other things that evolve from it. Like they got people that talk
Mike
about it.
touched
They got
on that
people
on
do this.
episode
They got
1.
so
You
much come
gotta
from
have
it.
more than one thing in your sights.
Yeah, if you
can't
love
ju-
it,
can't
you
just
love
get
it.
stuck
You
on
can't
one
be mad
thing.
at the the results that's coming from it. If you can't produce no more, if you could hang around it still, if you got love like that, you need to do that.
All right. Let's move a little bit further, man.
Yeah.
Okay. You put up all them crazy numbers. How hard was the recruiting process? At what age? This is important too. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
At what age did your recruiting process start?
It started about like 15, 16, I want to say, and then like you start hearing stuff. You know, people see you, and some of it, you know, people can't communicate with you directly, different stuff. So on the pass by, they can say hey or something, you know. So you start seeing people getting on the letters and stuff start rolling in. You know, again, it's like trying to think of the exact age, you know. But in my high school years, it started around like my freshman, sophomore year, getting the letters and stuff. And but when you start getting into that tough stuff, like around your junior year, when you kind of like becoming kind of friends with them and stuff, and you starting to talk to these coaches and getting to know them. And then the next year, you starting to meet them and stuff, and it's like you build relationships.
But at your junior year, you're able to start verbally speaking with these coaches.
Yeah,
right?
starting to get in a little contact. They're able to call you once in a while, different things of that nature, and you're able to kind of like communicate somewhat, you know.
Right.
All right. You go through this stages of the process. You get down to, I know you probably had a top 20.
Yeah.
Not a top 5.
Well, like I was, yeah.
What it was narrowed down to for you?
In my heart, it was just, I was Florida State like all my life, like pretty much. I like Miami, you know, the Florida schools, so I was kind of fascinated with Florida State for the most part. And the little group I grew up with made us kind of choose which team. So Florida State was my team since, you know, and that was the team I would like dream of going to. And
it was hot at the time.
They were, yeah, you know, it's just, again, like the coach that was over that team, the school was about to like lose their football team, and he took over this team, raised them back up, and to me that was always honorable. So to be able to play for a guy like that,
right,
you know,
legendary
so like,
coach.
yeah, it was just like a dream.
So that's what you was drawn to.
Yeah.
But you end up at Tulane. What's that decision? What makes that decision happen?
I went to Nebraska. I took the trip to Nebraska, which was like the hottest team in the country at that time. So if I was gonna go big, I was gonna go big. If I couldn't make it to the pros from the biggest school, you know, I could have went to any other school. And I thought Tulane, because Tulane was like at the bottom of the barrel, so to speak, and it was right there in our city. And it just was hard to kind of think that they, you know, didn't have much going for them at the time, you know. And to be right there in our hometown. So the decision was, do I go to like this big old popular team, or do I stay home and kind of like try to rock our city a little bit? and I felt like I could pull that off.
So that underdog mentality.
To take on a challenge of like having something that's not in the best shape and trying to be that part to it that could make it.
Because that's something you can identify with more coming from your circumstances.
Yeah, when I took that trip to Nebraska, what I learned was it was so great that when I stepped on their campus and stuff, I was a player. Any player that stepped on their campus was a great player.
Right.
So they didn't really see me. And when I went to
they just saw a
Tulane,
player.
they saw a great player. They just seemed like, again, they just seemed like, they know what they was producing at the time. So it's like they didn't know the person. They knew, they don't know your name. They don't really know much about you. You're just one of those, like,
Yeah, you a number.
Yeah, so to speak.
They full of
And
blue
again, they
chips.
was rushing for, like, the running backs was rushing for 1,000, 2,000 yards. That was so impressive. I was like, oh, my God. And you know how, so what I'm about to rush for 3,000, 4,000 to be something great around
there when you
so
was
to speak,
recruited that Tommy Frazier them?
Yeah, they had Frazier and Phillips.
All right, yeah.
You had Amari Green on deck. You had, I can't remember the other guy name.
That was enough right there to have.
But like they had Amari Green was my I went
Amari
out there.
Green
He
from
had
the
a broke
Packers?
toe at the time. He had like a broke toe. So
You talking about a migrant from the Packers?
yeah. And they had I ended up being with another guy, Anthony, who was from Louisiana, because Amari Green had a broke toe at the time and was sitting out. But me and him was kind of like kicking it for the most part. But anyway, from Nebraska to Tulane, like when I left Nebraska, again, I just felt like I was another number coming in, just a great player. When I went to Tulane, man, they like, hey, Toney, everybody, Toney, like knew me by name. They knew my mama name. That was special to me at the time. And the love they showed her, they was like, it wasn't like fake. They used to call at this time. They was calling us a lot. She talked to them a lot. They came to the house, once. And stuff, so my mom became friends with them, and they really knew what other people even called and stuff. But it's like they didn't know when you come in town, it wasn't that feeling.
It wasn't personal.
It wasn't home.
Right.
And again, my idea is just that I like, I grew up liking to break records. I look at the record books, I see what people did in the past, and that started at Mike Molley Playground. Because Mike Molley was such a great athlete that the playground was named after, and he ended up dying in an accident. And somebody said, you broke a Mike Molley record. And that made me think about this great dude they named the park after. You know what I mean?
You broke his record.
And if I broke his record, if I start breaking these records, is they going to name a park after me one day?
Right.
Like where other kids could come here and do what I'm doing. And that was kind of the attitude I took on. So every time I played people, every time I went to their parks, I was going to represent this park. I was going to represent who I am and what I do. And hopefully one day I have my own park,
Man, I still see that in the sights, man.
Yep, and most of my uncles work for recreational centers like Heaton Keat, around them my uncles I grew up with. Peanut, the Peanut Man Newman. Newman was like my grandpa who used to be over Little Farms Gym, used to do the Easter egg hunts and all that type of stuff.
All right.
So like charity wise and like giving back and knowing a good person who gave back to the community. I was raised by him.
You was raised on those type of morals.
Yeah, so like those type of things being inside me as far as reaching back and trying to be the person I see,
Right.
MP, you take it into college, man.
I'm sorry, y'all, with all this like
Take it into the college level, MP.
emotional stuff, but it felt good being around y'all.
No, not to cut you off,
How you
man, but but as far as college, I mean, I was in that era, so I know the time, type of, productivity, he really put out. We looking at these, phenomenal stats over here, and, what we got over here, Pike? What we got?
So his freshman year, he played 11 games. His sophomore year, he played 12 games. And his junior year, he played 7. Well, what made you play 7 games your junior year? What happened with that year?
Well, the junior year was kind of the coach change. That was after our undefeated season. A lot of players had a lot of success. We had a lot of, our seniors went to the league, got opportunities out there. Sean King was a big name. My big brother, went to the Bucks and did good. Like a lot of but people dispersed that year, and the coaching staff as well. They ended up going to Clemson University, and that was real tough, because part of the agreement, not agreement, I don't want to say it like that, but like, how when you talk to a person and you be like, these coaches, these big name coaches come in there. It was Rich Rodriguez, it was Burton Burns, and it was Tommy Bowden. and these three like powerful coaches, and to be in my room, be in our living room talking to little me was like a great feeling. And I had these people telling me about this plan on how we could go undefeated, and I believed them. I seen it, and I seen how valuable a piece I could be to this and make this stuff happen. And the whole process, recruiting-wise, everything, because everybody was looking at me to go to Nebraska. And if I turn down Nebraska right now and go to Tulane, you know what I mean? They're going to be like, what the fuck? Or something like that. And what you believe in here, I want to know. And if I get the opportunity to tell them what I see or what I believe. And so I agreed with it and agreed to with the coaches and stuff. And I seen that dream, but I just knew that, what if we go undefeated this year? What if we luck up and do it the first year?
Yeah, but speaking of that undefeated season though, was that 99?
That was
98.
98?
Yeah,
98.
we didn't go undefeated the first season. We had a winning season, though. We changed it around, and the next year went undefeated.
Like 98, huh?
And that was,
Well, he
Rushed
rushed
almost
for
1,000 in 98, huh?
Yeah,
he rushed for-
yeah. It was like we it was a bowl game that
No,
pushed
that's-
me over.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it was like the bowl game pushed me over.
Yeah, he
G.
rushed for 1,100, in 98.
Yeah. But it was like again some of that process though. The coaches that came in there, I believed in them. I ended up going with them, but at the same token, I knew that if we go, I can't leave once I commit. Like once I commit, I'm stuck. But y'all gonna get these offers and stuff, and y'all probably gonna run out of here. I really felt like I needed a support team, or either I was gonna have to lead a state. I felt like it'll be better if these coaches ain't gonna be with me these 4 years and help me succeed. I probably need to go to Nebraska, get away from all the other shit around the streets. But if I got y'all on my team with me, y'all gonna watch me. Y'all know I'm hood. And they kind of took me in as they took me in. And I really felt like they had me, And I think with they dispersing and stuff, I was a little messed up. They got a lot behind all that. But when they left, it put me in a spot where the coaching staff that came in didn't really know me. And it put us in some bad, butt-ends early. And that season wasn't going as well as I would have planned,
Yeah,
So,
but,
because of those things.
Yeah, but that's definitely great numbers, in that season. I knew it was a big
I mean,
part.
aside
It was
aside
a big
from
part of them being, undefeated that season. He played a big role.
Yeah,
in
again,
their success.
I just feel like what the team coming together, the guys, on that recruiting trip, we had I want to say about 24 people, but we had 22 people when I was talking that shit on the bus. I'm sorry for okay. But when I was talking on the bus, and all I said was this, they was like, what you going, I told them I'm thinking about Tulane now. And they like, what? And I said, yeah, I'm thinking about forget the Nebraska stuff. I'm thinking about staying at Tulane. They're like, well, make it stay here. My dream would be to have my jersey, my number on the jersey around New Orleans, that Greenway jersey or something with Converse on it or something like that. To be a child from around New Orleans and stuff, and to have my jersey on somebody's back of these rappers. I seen the rappers in Florida wearing the jerseys of their people. And I'm to see Juvie Wayne and them with some hard stuff on. That would have been so
facts.
right. Too right.
That'd have been too good.
Yeah,
Right.
so it was those things went to I felt like I could be one of them. I went to talking that on the bus, and I think people started kind of seeing the vision of staying home and us contributing to our city and getting it back to be that type of facility. And out of them 24, 22 are signed. You know who the other two boys was who didn't sign? Ed Reed and Ryan Clark, two of your biggest names in football.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They the ones, And that was the class of people I was in. Me and Ed Reed was roommates at that time. He a distant cousin of mine. And so Burns was I think your cousin wants to stay with you. So me and Ed was roommates on that trip. And I remember looking over at Ed. I said, I'm thinking about going to Tulane. He said, man, you crazy. He said, you really thinking about it? Because I knew he wasn't going to commit, But Ed was great. And I mean, he had many options. And again, he might have needed to leave,
Yeah, it worked out.
stuff of that nature. And again, Ryan Clark, he went to LSU. I'm sorry for fiddling with that because I know I don't Mike's being
Nah, man, but I just wanted to ask. I just wanted to throw this in there. Aside from the on the field things, what off the field? Let's say the classroom, for instance.
Uh-huh.
You don't ever really hear too many athletes speak on that, or even how to go about that.
Yeah.
What should they expect
Far as on that level?
as far as on that level?
Man, you gotta remember, even starting high school, Michael. I'm sorry. They'll tell you, you gotta start thinking about it's called a student athlete.
Facts.
that's it. So like, soon as you got any child and you talking to them and you working with them, if you're in junior high with these kids, start talking student, athlete. It ain't athlete, student.
Gotta be student first.
It gotta be, bro, and know all the requirements of that shit, because you're gonna get all the way up there to that point, and you ain't gonna be able to do nothing with your talent. You got all this ability,
into those issues,
but now your grades and stuff don't have the ability to do
it's like a
half
brick
this
wall
stuff.
in front of you.
Yeah, so like it's important that they learn that young as a student athlete, and they don't go the other way. And when they get to 8, 9, 10, they start
So
getting.
in other words, you saying, in short, regardless to what anybody think, you was on them books, you was taking care of business in the classroom.
You got to, and you ain't gonna get in Tulane wasn't letting people in that easily. It's like a private school, so they got higher requirements and higher everything, so it's a little stiffer. And then like them opening up the football, that in
I
general.
to break y'all line of questioning, but I just wanted to catch it while it's fresh
I'm
on
sorry.
my mind.
I'm trying not to like go too far drifting.
That's all y'all had for him?
I wanted to speak on your high school stats, because supposedly you broke school career like records. You had 40 touchdowns and 244 points.
Yeah, he went bananas in high school.
Yeah.
He was touchdown TC at that time.
Touchdown,
We'll be talking all day about the high school records.
And he was coached by Henry Randall. You got anything to say about your high school stats?
Just love him and miss him, and that he was a great coach. And I know he got a lot of scrutiny along the way and stuff, but Coach Randall, man, he was a coach that went through eras of football. You know what I mean? He was like we had we talking about all the records we broke. We had like a record-breaking coach with us. He was one of the ones that pushed to like integrate the Catholic leagues and stuff like that. So he was part of I brought Coach Randall to an event at Mus Bernalino Stadium for they was honoring him because he was honoring like the Catholic League for St. Aug. Some St. Aug people wanted him because he helped with that fight to get them integrated into the system. Yeah. And I went to that little event. I think they made a little documentary on it or something, but they wanted him for that. And it's just an honor to bring him to something like that, because we can't envision that type of struggle. You know what I mean? Like like let a league come play football in another league type shit. And he was part of all that, and to be around it, or to be, to go to some of them things with him, and to know how honored he was by other coaches and stuff,
I never knew that about Randall.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying too, bro. And that was after I did time and shit. I used to hear a little talk, but when I brought him to that event and seen them coaches and when they all came together,
seeing him amongst his peers getting respected like that.
Yes, indeed.
See, that's like I said, that's fresh information to me. I didn't know Coach Randall, except for when y'all was there.
The documentary is about a St. Aug coach who was real successful. I can't remember his name, but there was Randall was in that documentary, so I wanted to go back and try to find it later.
Randall was in the documentary as far as what you talking about, integrating the league?
Yeah, speaking about it and his role in it in the school, like Holy Crosses and Rummels and all that.
I want to say something. I want you to let the world know this high school.
Yeah.
What the size you were in high school?
It's probably the same size. I don't think I
let
changed.
The world know, man. Let the
I
world
fluctuated
know.
Between like 15 pounds,
Yeah.
But I remember getting to college. I had I wanted to wear in that 165, so I went. They were saying they weighing in, and we used to wear the tights. And I ran in the other room and put like a dumbbell plate in my pants, like a 10-pounder. And I said, I get on that bitch, I'd be like 168, 169, I look good on.
Right.
Man, people said I was 163. So like we had practice the day before, I must have lost all that and like I don't know. So I was always the small person. I'd be trying different things.
Right.
But Coach Bowden, I will say this, he always like I love him because every time I talk about way to be like underconfident, he'll just be like, man, I love you like you is. Do what you do.
Yeah, right.
That's all he told me. He never like worried about a pound being put. He never cared. He never showed that, and that helped me be who I was for him. Like for that player.
And that helped you be individually successful.
Yeah,
that's what made him a great coach. He knew how to.
Don't have to be the.
Man, one thing that made Bowden, if I had to speak about those coaches, like all our coaches had different personalities. With Coach Bowden, bro, you like rarely can meet a person who won't say one curse word to a group of men. He won't say one curse word, bro, and have you ready to tear this whole building down. Right. And that's powerful.
Right.
Like imagine that, just a person who could like tell a speech to a whole group of people and
To
you
go
know
do
what I mean?
battle.
Yeah, like we about to go play this game, and you got all these like men in front of you, and he could talk to them and like had you so psyched up the way you ready to tear every brick down here, and they ain't use one curse word the whole time.
Like you said, that's power.
And to me, that was power, and that's what he had.
He had
His
the power to
family
motivate.
and them, like they religious base, but they got them words. They know how to like reach people in a powerful way and not have to use all the vulgarity, you know, to do so. You know, kind of like. And to me, that was something I admired and tried to study from some of them, and I have trouble with.
All right. So we got to transition into this part.
All right.
But I want to be careful about it.
Right.
Like
Your
this.
TDTC, you putting these numbers up. You're
Yeah.
doing the right thing in the classroom. You're handling your business. But something hindered you, or like you said, pulled you back. What was it that led to those few small decisions that led to a big consequence?
Well, it was like just to kind of get down to it, like we got caught up in some stuff, and the thing that kind of like the decision I made that got me put in jail. My house got raided. They was looking for my little brother who was on the run, and they came and raided the house that morning. And I had some exams, so I kind of been up studying, and it started storming that night. My little brother popped up, and I knew they was kind of looking for him and stuff. And I'm like, James, mom ain't really good and stuff. We don't need them people kind of coming here, this and that. But of course, my mama, you know, I wasn't gonna put him out or nothing either. But I'm just telling them. And he's like, I'm gonna leave first thing in the morning, where they end up raiding the house for him. And when they take him to the police car, you know, I had exams to go do. I was supposed to be going to do my shit, you know. And I'm like, nah, he gone. And my mama wasn't feeling good. And when the police was coming back up the stairs, they was like trying to come check the house or something. And she was like, she thinks she need to go to the hospital. So I let them check the house. I kind of get her. As soon as they come out, I'm like, we gotta go. They follow us there. Bring her in there, and she ended up falling. You know, I took her in there, and they was questioning me on the ramp. And when I looked back, I'm like, the woman that was in the wheelchair, you know, and it was like, oh, we had to rush her in. She was about to have a massive heart attack. And the next thing you know, she was in a coma, you know. And I was fighting through all that, bro, and I was good. I was at that time, I was going to my classes, I was doing stuff, but I was like just going through the motions of everything. I didn't know what to do. It's hard to talk to the people at Tulane about your brother being locked up, your mom in a coma right now type shit.
Right.
So I was kind of dealing with all that stuff, and I got approached by a woman in a car who asked me if I had something for $100. And I'm sorry, but my mama come out the coma, and they was when you're on welfare, they won't keep you in the hospital for a certain amount of time.
Right.
So when she ended up coming out of it, they was trying to like put her in the old folks home. As I told y'all at the beginning, my mama was like left at a church when she was little. So she had fears of like abandonment.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like growing up, me and my little brother, like when we get upset with her, you know how you get mad at your mama or want to throw something in her face. My little brother would be like, "We're gonna put you in the old folks home," and she would like,
Right.
you know, it was scary. So like I never like would threaten her about shit like that. I knew her fears of that, and these
Right.
people was telling her now at this critical time that she was going to old folks home.
Right.
And so I knew how fucked up she was. I knew how messed up she was. And so I was trying to figure out, like, I asked them what we could do, and they said we could put machines at the house if we had, you know, if you had like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, you could put machines at your house and stuff. So really trying to think about how I could do that, if I should try to talk to somebody at Tulane. I was just a lost little dude, bro. I swear to you.
Right.
I was a little
Just
lost.
trying to help mama.
My
Right.
mama
Right.
was gone,
Right.
you know, like,
Right.
and I was sitting in that car, and as I got out that car and was like walking, this woman asked me something about $100, and I told her I don't fuck around, I don't got nothing. I go inside. When I come out, the same woman was still out there, bro. But now she was saying she had $200, $300, and I still told that woman no. And then I go to like messing with something in the car, like on my mama radio thing, and she kept saying, I got 300, but I could get more, and she kept saying it. And me thinking, like, I'm going to need about, like, 2 G's. I could probably hit her, boom, boom. And I hit her, you know, I end up, like, going to take a little ride, catching something from somebody, coming back, and just making that happen. She ended up getting my number, which I was cool with, because I was trying to get about this much. If she throwing 300, it was around that time. You know, the end of the year time. I don't know if the income tax was going on. So I was going to get that, and I might be good.
Right.
That's how my little mind went to thinking. And, you know, I go through that process. I end up getting locked up. And the thing about it hurt me the most, though, about all that, because I'll take my lick for anything. I knew I was wrong then. When I went in courtrooms, I wasn't trying to say I was right. I was wrong as fuck. I made a fuck, just take it, But they use that time to kind of hang me, you know what I mean? I got 18 years for this, you know what I mean? I got 18 years for distribution, and it's like this woman, I ended up going to trial because they were trying to give me a school zone. Deck ball, Shrewsbury, deck ball over there, like different shit. So they trying to hook me up on a school zone. I care too much about it. I give my time to speak to people and to try to do different things. And I did make a bad choice at that time. Before then, I wasn't doing much speaking on those terms of, or what I speak on now, because I was still kind of doing some of that shit. So I wasn't trying to be somebody I wasn't, But
for the sake of time, you basically saying this was one of those vulnerable moments, and instead of being strong in this time, you was a little more weak, but in your vulnerable state.
That little devil in your head, or that survival tactic that I had that I got away with, I guess you could say, or that you push to the side trying to succeed. It's at this point now, I was able to say I just know too many people, and again, if I was in another state, would this have happened to me or something?
Right.
I don't know, but it's
you being who you was.
It's not hard for me to make this happen, and that's kind of how that went. And,
that's how that went.
And anyways, just throughout all of that, the part that hurt me the most about it was because I wasn't thinking about that. I wasn't thinking about it. I didn't say when I left that hospital, man, I'm finna go sling some dope and get my mama that fucking shit out of the house. I didn't think about robbing nobody. I didn't think about, I sat in my car and just thought. I was saying, can I ask anybody what I could do? I knew what I wasn't doing. And then this woman come up to me and say $100, $200, $300. And when it got about the 300 range, my little mom was just saying, man, I go spend about $100.
And make that.
Yeah, get us do the 100 or whatever, and I got the 2.
We didn't all been there.
So that's what it was, and it's again the things I had learned back then. It's always it's survive. You know how that shit is. It's never going nowhere, so it's always there.
We live, man. We back. First of all, man, we want to shout out our sponsor, We Working LLC. Shout out to Big Shamus, man. We
shout out.
We building from the ground up, literally, man. But this, We Working LLC. That's our main sponsor for this evening.
Yes.
BMP Tees. We appreciate all the help and support and just the good work that y'all put out, the good merch that y'all put out. We appreciate that.
Thank
BMP Tees. Y'all go check that out on all social media platforms. BMP Tees. Also, One Way Arts. One Way Arts. That's who usually do most of the hoodies and that type of work for us.
Shout out One Way Arts.
That's a company you definitely want to do some business with. Shout out to my man Buckem, Big Lip Productions, just in the building. We go get at him a little bit later. That's a business partner of ours, man. 1,000,001 Entertainment and Big Lip Productions. Y'all look out for that, man. That's coming at you fast, real fast and hard.
Right.
We got Pint 2 Times. Been cooking up some real nice. I want to say this, bro. I really want to say this. The work that these dudes been putting in lately, bro. I really appreciate my team, dog. I really love y'all for stepping up the way y'all been doing, bro. We really been grinding, really been working. So y'all be ready for that. Let's get back to the man of the hour, so to speak, TC.
Touchdown,
TC.
I appreciate y'all too. Thank y'all for the grind.
As y'all saw in the promo that I was putting out this week, it's Toney Converse of Pitbull and Parolees these days,
Right.
Brother doing a lot of different things these days. So what led to, from being a star athlete, to going through certain little things? And I know that the whole time you was gone, they were just trying to figure out a way to put you in some football pads and get you back on that field, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But Pitbulls and Parolees, how do we get there?
Well, coming home, again, I had the opportunity with the voodoo and stuff, and that's kind of how we bumped heads. I had did 2 football movies. I had did When the Game Stands Tall.
Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, I had got invited to do When the Game Stands Tall, so I did some scenes with them. We worked on that project for at least a month or better. And then after When the Game Stands Tall, Focus, I got a chance at the Will Smith movie, doing the football scenes at the end of the movie when they're making the bets on the football game and all that stuff.
Oh, like extras?
Yeah,
like
I'm
extra
like,
work?
I'm like one of the athletes on the field when
Okay,
they like Will
alright.
Smith making the bets and all that, and we doing the football scene. So that was like one of the little opportunities I got. And then I bumped heads with the people from Pit Bulls and Parolees. They
So you met some producers on set or something different?
No, I went after leaving, messing with them. I just went to a random spot. We all went to kick it and have dinner and stuff, and bumped heads with a guy who had on the Pit Bulls and Parolees shirt. And I kind of threw a sling at him, saying, I said I'm a Pit Bull and a parolee, And he kind of looked back, and when he looked back at me, he like, man, your name Toney Converse? And then he said that they was kind of looking for me, like that they asked about me, and he took my number and they ended up calling, and I started engaging with some conversation with him that led
Okay,
to
we got a call on the line.
me.
Oh, you there? Hello? Oh, you real low on your end, brother.
Yeah,
He on it. Nah, we got to hit you right back, bro. You real low on your end. I don't know what's going on. Hello? We gonna call you right back, alright? Back to what you were saying, T. I'm sorry, bro. We had a little difficulty on the call.
Not just that I got the opportunity, it was kind of by chance of me being on this football team and encountering them through that got me another opportunity later. And after having that show with them, I ended up being part of the team.
That was Steve. See what Steve got going on. So from there, you run into these people from Pit Bulls and Parolees right out the gate. Was it you on camera or like how did that work? How did that necessarily?
Well, it was like
work?
I said, they contacted me because of my connection with the football team and thought I might make for a good little side story. Only because I raised Pit Bulls most of my life.
Okay.
I love the breed and everything, and
So you
I
already
thought
have a
about
background
getting me
with
another
dogs.
dog, but then I thought it'd probably be best I found a place to kind of help. So I was thinking about like giving my time to a rescue or to the zoo, Audubon Zoo. I was thinking about them, but then when I met them and they said they wanted to see me, I thought I could also ask them for the opportunity to work here or to help out sometimes.
So where that natural love for animals like that came from?
That just all growing up. That was like me. Like most of the time, like when I trained and everything, like I usually keep a dog with me or something like that. And when I go into my little running modes or to try to get ready for track or
Good
football,
workout part.
yeah, like going on the levee with them, doing different things. I could like have my dog with me. That was always, and to me, it would also push you. You know what I mean? Having that person that could push you or make you go to another level.
Right.
Like trying to run with your dog or like try to stay ahead of it. Different things of that nature.
Yeah,
So that always helped me kind of excel.
Sound like some super athletic type stuff. I get it
Right.
though. That make all the sense in the world.
Like even in the backyard playing game, acting like you're running from, they catch on and you have like little games like that. And to me, it always was a part of my routines.
Any obstacles with the Pit Bulls and Parolees thing, or is it all?
Well, it's like coming into it, it's just again when I first came in, it was kind of like I didn't know what to expect. I just feel like I just wanted to give my time to like a little cause or something, and I realized the magnitude of it. It's a big organization. It started in California, then they made it to New Orleans, and I kind of learned more about the history, and I realized who I had kind of partnered up with. And I became real appreciative because these people been in, they come from California and they done rescued so many dogs and done found homes for these animals and stuff. And I kind of got just wrapped up into that. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Hey, so let me ask you. I got a question I want to ask you. You touched on acting, right? How that was?
Well, like the football, I love football, so I love to play it, to act it. It was like once you do something, you kind of have to keep doing the same thing when that play called. So, but it was fun. It was a good experience. Like some of the situations I got placed, like the Focus movie. It was a short scene in the movie, but the group of guys, like every one of those guys was in the pros. Like all of them played in the pros except for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So to be part of a team where like every dude hit NFL, and it's like to be respected as such, even though I did my time in prison,
Right.
and to come home and these guys like respect me as such,
Right.
and none of them I was the only one without an NFL card when they trying to go out. You know what I mean? But they still like respected me as such. Like I was
Right,
still in
right.
that caliber of athlete where they kept me around and invited me to things
That's
of that
tight, bro.
nature.
You
So
ran
that was
into
fun.
anybody that you was familiar with?
A few of them, because we had a few of our locals and stuff, that took part in it and stuff, from LSU and different cats, because, it's guys that actually,
Okay.
that were from a competitive,
Did you actually meet Will Smith?
I didn't get to meet Will, 'cause, like his
Okay.
scenes wasn't like his shit. That scene didn't need his presence, so to speak.
So he
Because it was like the one when he was in the skybox making bets. You know, so
Okay,
he
alright.
wasn't actually on the field or nothing. But yeah, those two little things kind of happened. I got an invite for like the 22 Jump Street or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They had the little
Ice Cube
sequel
and
one, and they had like the little
Alright.
football scene.
Yeah.
But my car didn't start that morning.
You
I couldn't-
serious?
Yeah, I couldn't get there. It was at LSU. It was freezing. I was in AC Camaro that he kind of
Was it
gave me when I
black?
came up. That thing wouldn't start up for me
Yeah,
that
man.
morning. I was in there with a blanket and everything, finna get to that.
Yes,
Hey
indeed.
man, ain't nothing wrong with
But
that.
an opportunity.
That's real
Then it
perseverance,
wouldn't
though.
start, you know.
That's real perseverance. But listen, okay, you go from a young youth, you know, growing up in our area, we know what that was about.
Right.
High school football star in college, just a star in life, bro.
I appreciate
You know what I'm
that,
saying? Like, you know, that's your walk, bro. You've been a star in life. And now here it is, you done made yourself all the way to pit bulls and parolees. What's next?
You know, like, man,
What's
first of all,
next?
let me just take it like, it'd be that. It'd be like kind of y'all talking to me, you talking to me. Like, I find y'all very respectable. I know y'all communities know y'all, know, you know.
Yeah.
And for y'all to, like, speak highly of me, you know, to have that image still, like that. I did 12 years in prison, y'all. You know, like, I've been through the ringer and shit,
Right.
and people. And, like, for y'all to still kind of hold me in that light. And, again, doing the show and stuff, like, you know, I take part in, I give my heart, I care about what I do and stuff, and being able to reach the communities around me. So I feel like that you know, that stage I had, again, put me in the people's eyes to kind of know my heart again,
Right.
and to come out here. And I just feel like I need to do more with our communities, do more reach, and involve the things I do now, like with the dogs and stuff. If y'all have troubled kids or stuff of that nature, you know, kind of give me the heads up, and I could try to make arrangements. Well, when things clear up, we could like bring them kids around, try to teach them some life lessons, with the
Right,
stuff
yeah.
that we
Along
do
with a
over
few
here.
skills, yeah.
They'll be
Right.
surprised, cause like the first thing about a pet, bro, and I'll tell y'all, if y'all got y'all kids at home talking about like I want a dog, I want something, you know, like the thing about having a pet is it teaches somebody to care about something outside of themselves, and that's really a
Right.
crucial lesson, bro, in life. Like to care about, because you know sometimes we don't see that mama putting the food on the plate.
Yeah,
You
teach
know what
them
I mean? And different
the
things.
responsibility side of
Yeah,
it.
like taking care of something. So
Yeah.
there's like a lot of lessons that could be learned. You know, all through life they got those lessons. But at a dog rescue or at the place I'm at, I find that there could be a lot of life lessons. That
Yes,
could be learned,
yes.
you know?
And that's what this show about, man. Like what you just said. That's what this is about. And
the
that's why.
program, you know, like
the
pit bulls and parolees. It's like, you know, when you're a parolee coming out of prison, you got like a tarnished reputation, like
Right.
a reputation that like in front of you already. No matter what that crime was, you're a parolee.
Right.
So you fall into a category, and like with pit bulls, it's kind of like that imagery of like they fall into a bracket
Yeah,
off
they the
top.
bad
They just
guy,
off top. So it's like taking two things and helping them heal each other. You see what I'm saying? Like two things that's considered this by society or considered these things, and helping them heal each other, and then putting them in a light where they could do good again, like myself, you know. So I appreciate that stage, and I think that anybody who could apply for that or try to get into things of that nature should, you know.
All right, man. So you say they would have to get directly at Villalobos to.
Yeah, like if it was a parolee or something, they could, you know, we got our Villalobos Rescue Center. You could go find the, you know, the web page or the Facebook page and shoot messages or whatnot and tell them that you want to apply for a spot and get an opportunity. And again, like real welcoming to people coming home, and if you care about the animals, you know.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a good thing, man, and that's definitely the type of things that's needed. Like, man, you was talking about on the phone the other day. We got to put together our little program to where we, you know,
We
get
could create that atmosphere
3 to
for
5
you.
of those young men. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's 2 times a week or every other weekend type of thing where they going, you know, get a little work in with you, but also getting a little time in to just have that one-on-one with somebody who ain't judging.
Yes, sir.
You know
Yes,
what I'm
that's
saying?
the
Because that
main
make
thing.
all the difference in the world when it's coming from a standpoint of somebody actually caring about you.
But that's the times we're in, bro. That's the times we're in. Like all that judgment and stuff and placing judgment on people and not trying to get to know people or trying to understand, you know. And I think that's so important right now. So for all coming together on different levels of that nature is important, you know.
Okay, man, what you got?
I'm good on that. We touching everything on what I had, bro. I
Mhm.
just-
Going forward,
yeah.
how do you see? Let me rephrase that. Going forward, give them 3 steps. Say a young cat, 18, 19. 3 steps, 3 things to hold on to. That's gonna get them over that hump, whatever it is. 'Cause everybody walk different. Everybody ain't out here thugging. Some people's situation, be hard for other reasons.
Yeah.
So what's 3 key things that anybody could stick to? That's ain't nothing foolproof, ain't nothing 100%.
Foolproof. Definitely not. I definitely wouldn't have those keys, but I could tell you some things that kind of like, keep me sounded. I think that like, just knowing that like we all made to be great, like that struggle, like from birth, like man, we made it, we made it here, we standing here, and that's a blessing, and to know that each day you hear like anything like you striving for, like you can focus on accomplishing, knowing that you was born a winner instead of feeling like a loser sometimes. I think that a lot of us placed in these situations feel like we put in a losing situation already, so like we trying to get somewhere. You winning already. As soon as we touch this bitch, we a winner. You know what I mean? Yeah, like different, of course it's like different parts of that race, so to speak. But just knowing that you could make it to a good point in life, or to know that you could be happy without having to do all these other fucking things,
Right.
And I just feel like that, like just to learn that in life, that we born winners, and that we got people around us, and the idea of everybody being family. To me, that concept, looking out for each other is real important. And like with as far as like the biases they have, like with racial and all that, being open to our neighbors, us having these conversations, us being more at one with each other, so that we could help these youngsters see better. You know what I mean? To help those around us see clear. I'm sorry, I'm kind of.
No,
those
man,
type
keep
of things,
going,
that's
keep
just
going.
been
That's
my
what
thing.
we need.
Like,
That's
it
what
always
we
been
need, bro.
family. It
That's what we
always
need,
been like,
bro.
if I get placed, another way, I'm just trying to help you see, 'cause like if I got placed in prison, like I could be looked at a number. I didn't think twice about how I was looked at. I'm just another person in the system, and it hurt me when I hear people say, "Man, how you fucked?" Oh, but that's how they said it.
Yeah, that's it, man.
They say, "How you fucked your life up like that?"
Right.
And I'm in a prison with you.
Right. But they looking at you like you.
Like how I fucked my life? Like what
They
was so?
looking
Nigga, I was out living on Elm Street, man. I was like, I've been through some stuff, I was like harassed by police every time I step out my house.
Right.
Like everything, like it was a tough. Like I felt like I was guilty every time I walked out that door. I had to look at like feel like like we coming out of cracks or some shit. So like, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like. So I don't want to keep talking about you.
Nah, man, that's good
Nah,
because
man,
that's
good.
what we talking about. And our topic is perseverance, bro. And
Yeah.
perseverance ain't always no pretty scene. Like that, like it got them ugly spots in it. But
just knowing how special we all are, and like being played, like to be like in the position we was all in, and like you rise above some stuff, and I know people see me now, they see I'm standing for something, and then they get put in prison with like, what the fuck I stand for now?
Right.
And trying to find that again, there's like that little voice in us, bro. You just gotta believe in that, you know what I mean, and know you're gonna be okay. And each of us got our own like fingerprint to leave on this earth, and to kind of like try to do your best being you, so that you could leave that print we need to leave.
Right.
All right, bro. But before we get out of here, we gonna make you promise. Not only I ain't gonna say promise, because you already gave me a commitment word, been
I
signed
know
since
it.
day one, so I already know it's good. But we just want the people to know that we not only go be engaging in our community, but all like the community, period.
Yeah.
Right.
That mean my hood, your hood, whoever,
Yeah.
wherever these young cats at that we can reach
Try
out
to
and
reach
help
out more.
young
Try to-
ladies. We gonna have the proper people in place to reach out and deal with them too, and you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Because we
right.
want to keep everything proper.
See what you're saying
You know
right
what
now
I'm
too.
saying?
That's real important, because what you always remember is like I kind of be lost on that sometimes, and that's what I was meaning about that little stage I got.
Yeah.
It give me the ability to kind of come to your show and do this with you, and then maybe I could go do this with them, because I got that little stage where I could kind
Thanks.
of.
You
But
got
we
a
all
voice.
got our hoods we got to represent too. Like I know
Yeah.
you represent your hood. We all need those community people. Support those people who stand right there on Elm Street,
Right.
stand in the village.
Yeah, we gotta reach
and
them
we got
first.
us that do it. It got to be like a little chain of,
It's
know
gonna
what I mean?
branch out. It's a
Most
process.
definitely.
It's gonna take
Some
time.
of us gotta
It's gonna
stay
take
in the
commitment,
hood. Some of
but,
us
you know,
gotta like bounce
we gonna make it.
around.
We gonna make it, but we got those branches. Like you was out, like you was like one of us.
Yeah.
Right.
You know I'm talking about as far as me, Mike, and Bean. And we lived on this side.
No, I
you
know
lived
you.
on that side.
Yeah.
But
Right.
you ain't seen them. When I was coming up, I didn't know the difference.
Yeah.
I
Like
didn't
so,
know.
yeah, because like
Y'all was
again,
around
that's
that
our
much.
hearts.
Y'all
That's the
mingled
way it
that
kinda-
good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
that
So
attitude
we
of,
got
like-
we got those few little branches that could connect.
make the pieces come together.
We just gotta make the pieces come together. That's all, bro. In a nutshell, bro. We appreciate you, though. We appreciate you coming through, brother. Anything else you want to promote or anything else you want to leave us with?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I just again appreciate y'all like respecting me in a manner, because I do, question. Sometimes we had to question ourselves, and I just always want to be like somebody that people could look at and know I was a good dude and a good person to have on the side of them. And for y'all to invite me in and tell me the things y'all do and to share with me the way y'all have, I appreciate it.
Man, just the whole approach that you had to life, bro. You're a winner.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Probably don't got something for you.
I got a quick question.
Yo.
I was on the Facebook Live. They said, when are you doing another football camp?
With just that pandemic stuff kind of rattled us this year, because we don't want to hurt nobody, but we're going to do something definitely this year coming up.
Yeah, I mean, we plan to get it back going, definitely after everything clear up.
Yeah, that's just been the only thing holding us up.
The same football camp?
Yeah,
it'll be
we plan on coming
Owens,
stronger. We want to make it
Yeah, but it was, Soul 720, sponsored the football camp. We got Toney to come out, speak to the kids.
Soul 720. Mike, that's a good segue into the announcement you need to make, man. Let them know what you got going on, what you got.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, well, that's something coming soon, Soul 720, we're going to present, Let's Be Correct, excuse me.
Let's Be Correct podcast, man.
Yeah, Let's Be Correct podcast, we, touching on, biblical topics, so people that's really into that, y'all welcome to chime in, and check that out,
It's coming soon, man. On M1llion Entertainment YouTube channel, man. Let's Be Correct podcast coming soon. MP2G, man. Soul 720, man.
I'm going to get on that one.
You got to come through, G.
You
You got to come through and build with us, bro.
Right.
Real talk. I'm going to be there.
Yeah, it might be the
Appreciate
first
you, big
guest,
brother.
Thank you, bro.
Love you, fam.
Love you.
Appreciate you
Thank
coming
you,
through,
brother.
baby.
You already know it's love.
Anything.
About to chop it up, man, with my man Buckem in a minute, man. We'll be right back,
We'll be
man.
right back with Buckem.
All right.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah, no problem.
Listen at the words. That's that smoke. Good production. Big Lip ain't produced that, dude.
Big Lip ain't produced that?
Nah,
That was before the evolution of Big Lip?
that was before the
Yeah, I was just I'm trying to get this. This is like everything he did each season.
Yeah, he did go to Detroit for playing for the Jets.
In championship year, right? That's what
Yeah, that's the New England championship, yeah.
a bunch of shit they don't
She never went live on Instagram.
Yeah, that's how it was.
You never went on Instagram? You ever went on Instagram?
The real things you can point out about that particular person. And that's really what made him,
trapping 9 mile long.
some people remember.
Turn it up a little bit.
Most you niggas been phony. Sometimes take risks, just don't risk your life.
Up a little bit.
That's the one with Cheesy?
That's why a nigga tell me don't let it go. Mike said let it go. I will never come down. I'ma be out here, yo. It's in a bunch of shit they don't know.
See, that's what I was saying
Touch on
about
this
dude.
too, Mike.
They gotta talk through too many people to holler at him.
Killing your own ain't game.
That's your merch?
No, that's the homie. YP. Gotta get it how you walk.
M1llion Views, man. Episode 2. We here with my dog Buckem, man.
Big Buckem. What's up,
Buckem,
Buckem?
man. AKA
Matthew Green.
AKA what?
Booby.
AKA what?
Crawfish.
AKA what?
I got a lot of it, man.
Big Lip Productions,
Big
man.
Lip
The
Productions.
evolution of
We
Big Lip
roll with
Productions.
Big Lip
This is
Productions.
something I'm seeing happen right before my eyes, bro. By us being, working so closely together, dog. But what brought about the evolution of Big Lip, bro?
Determination. Tired of spending my money with these niggas too.
Time spending your money with.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
put that in more perspective for a younger cat.
You know what I mean? For a younger cat,
You're not tired of investing in yourself, for
No.
sure.
like
So let them know what you mean by that.
Big Dog Mall, put me on. Look, Buckem, you can save your money spending with me. Go buy your own. Yeah. You heard me?
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself. And I learned.
Get
Found
more
a-
bang for your buck.
Boy gave me Pro Tools and Fruity Loop. I ain't mess with it, you heard me? But I went found the program, you heard me?
That work for you.
That worked for me.
Facts. That's
Straight
the type of game they need, man.
Mhm.
What you cooking up right now? What you got going on? You just came from an event or something like that just now. Huh?
Yeah, I just came from a YP movement, you heard me? Do very positive, you heard me? Killing your own and gangster, y'all go follow in YP Festival, you young cats go get with him. Get y'all some shows, you heard me? Cause he everywhere,
Right.
huh?
That's a good person to network with, you saying?
That's a good person to network with. Like we was in Houston.
YP
you heard
what?
me? YP,
Drink.
YP
Drink.
movement, you know what I mean? Killing your own and gangster. Like, we was in Houston, I had a little fat man with him. Couldn't get in the club.
Right.
But every grown up love that little dude, you heard me?
What's up with Fat Man, bro?
Fat man, you heard me? Fat man, you heard me? Multi-purpose like me.
Right.
Man the most man.
Right.
You heard me? Can skate and play drums at the same time.
At the same time, that's what I love about him.
You heard me?
he
Can roll the
really
blade,
is the
play
truth.
drum. You heard me? Like,
So what dude got going on? You said the YP movement. That's
yeah,
what
like when I bought Fat Man to the, you heard me? To the little club in Houston, and he seen I was like not letting go that Fat Man couldn't get in the club. And I got Fat Man in the club, little foot, you heard me? Yeah. Now he doing it for the kids. He told me I was a genius now. Now
Right.
his shows kid friendly, you heard me?
So you inspired that.
Inspired that like he was already positive.
Facts.
So now he done turned his movement for kids
It took-
now, looking
it
up
took
for
a more
like
positive
youngsters, you heard
turn.
me? Like
He was already doing his entertainment thing.
he was
but-
already doing, yeah, but now what you do now,
and
kids
Big Lip
involved.
influenced that.
And Big Lip influenced that.
That's what's up,
Because I
bro.
wasn't giving up on Lil when coming perform his song.
Making a positive
You
impact.
heard
That's
me?
why I asked you about Fat, because I know you took him up under your wing, bro. You really working with
Right.
him, though, and that's what's up.
That dude,
That's
you
what's
heard
up.
me? He working with me.
Right.
Straight up.
Right.
Huh?
We need more like that, dude,
Don't
bro.
stop.
Like real
Right.
talk. We need more people like that
Don't
because
stop.
cause
Like
if you're not willing to beat Buckem,
Right.
then who little daddy was go latch on to like that? You know what I'm saying?
Real son. The little daddy can't call me out like, you know? I was in there writing my song, you hear me?
He approached you.
Yeah, the little song with me and him and RZA.
Yeah.
It was just me and him, just me and RZA. I'm writing, and he came up in there and said he smoking. Yeah, huh? He got on that bitch and smoked shit.
He did. He handled his business.
He got on that
He
bitch.
talked his
still
trash
like,
and he backed it
yeah,
up.
you heard
Right.
I
me?
like that,
Yeah,
bro.
he
That's what's
back
up. That's
every-
commendable,
Little
dog.
fat
And,
man.
and that's already, Buckem. We've been talking a few minutes, bro, and you done talked about two people that you done inspired:
Right,
a grown up and a youngster.
right.
You see what I'm
right.
saying? You doing things, fam.
Right.
That's why I say we ain't want to just get off into the music. We want to get them to see who Big Lip, you know what I'm saying? What Big Lip really got going
Right,
on.
Big Lip, huh?
You know what I'm saying? No,
AKA
real
what?
talk, bro.
AKA, huh?
Yeah, I'm telling you, son, you the man, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta look at it like that. Like the more of them, the more youngsters you could pull on. Like even my son, bro, he love recording with you, he love working with you, dog.
Right.
That's a knack that you
That
have.
boy said
That's
we need Renard around.
that's that's his
Yeah,
dog.
we
That's his
can't-
security.
Yeah. He hear that.
Got to have his muscle on
He
deck.
be at every show, son, look
Yeah.
for show.
That's the type of cat he is.
When I'm performing in front of 3 and 4 people, you feel me? Like,
No, right.
it takes that, like, you heard me? I got, like, my band is growth. That's what it's about. Never giving up, bro. And fuck your opinion, because don't worry about what the next man got. Think, feel, I say, how what you eat don't make him shit, what he eat don't make you shit. Feel me?
Facts, well
Keep,
spoken.
huh?
What questions you got for our mans, bro?
Come on,
I
Chief,
want to
man.
know.
What
I'm
you
gonna
wanna
start.
know,
I'm gonna
Chief?
start them off with like how long you been rapping, bro? How long
Man,
you been
everybody know
getting down,
Buckem been
man?
rapping since
You
he
know?
was 5 years old, man. Get
How
the
long-
man
how
some
long-
big
how long you
questions,
First,
man.
actually, Samson.
You was the producer first?
Yeah, I was making beats first. I had a Casio and a karaoke machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took Tanika karaoke machine.
And that's how you made your first track.
Made my first track, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. You got a story like the RZA or somebody.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That's something I ain't know about you though, Buck.
Real
I know
spill.
you been rapping for a long
I
time.
was
I
there,
ain't know that was-
recording homie Feezy. And my little nephew Sean. And Sean was 5 years old, rapping to a Buckem track.
Yeah.
Right then I was Buckem Booby, heard?
Buckem Booby, aka
I was
Buckem Booby.
AKA Buckem Booby, then I was Buckem Booby.
Mike, you a producer, man.
Man,
Like-
look, Mike,
What separate a producer from a beat maker? I heard somebody say that the other day. They were looking for producers. They didn't want no beat makers. They wanted producers.
Right, because, you know, a producer is what you would call like a Jermaine Dupri, you know, somebody who could, you know, create the track. He could write the lyrics, you know, put it in form and get another artist to perform it.
Right.
You know, like that's a producer. Like he really produced.
He
You
manufactured the
He
track.
but
manufactured the song. Like he, you know, it was his idea. It was his creation.
Hey.
He didn't have to say a word. Like that's
All you had to do is perform.
all he had to do was write it, make the beat, and he got Usher to sing it.
Right.
You know, that's what I mean.
that's another one you heard
That's
me.
clarity though.
I'm the OG Mike,
Yeah,
you
that's
heard me?
production.
That's
I
clarity.
got my
too, G.
money on
Yeah.
That's
the
clarity right
OG. You heard me against any one of y'all. You heard me?
We talking
straight.
rapping or making
Anyone.
beats?
Any
Either
life.
one? He saying life.
I got
Said bracket.
like bracket, like top shelf, like
Payne, you the young gun, bro. You working with old Buckem.
and yeah.
What's
Pint
what's
the
that
most-
experience, bro?
Excuse
Go ahead, go ahead.
me. That man is the most humble, and that man ain't rap about knocking nothing off yet. Niggas his age like, they first,
They driven by that.
they first instinct, and they probably ain't even caught about it.
Most of them scared of that type of action.
Yeah, man, they gon' shit, man.
Which
come
they
on,
should
man.
be.
Pint,
You
Pint speak on, you heard me, rest in peace. Stop the killing. Now let you go, Pint, bro. I had to glorify you right quick. Because I love you heard me, your whole demeanor.
Yeah, like
When
energy,
you
yeah.
drove, you heard me, you made me move, son. You heard me, like one bar was hatred. Like, you heard me, you feel me?
I feel you.
That's
man.
commendable, bro. Especially in this day and time, like you're saying. Them young cats
like-
not even
like
on
you
that type of
can't-
time.
Like you probably won't even get signed, never, son. Be honest with you. If you keep what you doing, speaking positive, they're gonna come at your top, son. But that's why you need to get with Unc. Yeah. Don't only get with me, because I'm bringing energy.
Right.
With the positive. So they might miss your positive and grasp your energy. You feel me? But Unc gonna have them bars. You heard me?
Yeah. He gonna put it together the right way for you.
Yeah.
What is like working
And that's
with
a production, Sam.
Yeah.
You
That's,
heard me?
I know the producer is. I just wanted Mike to break it down for clarity for these
Man,
youngsters.
Booby was speaking on that, you know, not too long ago, as far as the, you know, him becoming that producer. Because I heard
Yeah.
a song that he actually
getting there.
produced.
He getting there,
and
Mike.
Wrote, you know, like he wrote the concept. He
I've
made
been
the
around.
beat, and I had to commend
We
him.
been in
like,
the lab,
you know,
bro.
like,
He
you
been
know,
getting
you
it in,
made
son.
You know, like, you know, you're
But
a producer.
my question to you is, Pint 2 times. That's my little man, bro. I apologize. My question to you is, what is it like working with Buckem, the artist, opposed to Big Lip, the producer?
I haven't had the chance to work with the artist yet. We
Okay,
working
so
on
you
that.
only been working with the producer.
Producer and the producer, man, look, I ain't like he bring up ideas I ain't think of like to my song. So like I just get on the mic. He tell me, all right, he got it. I'm cool. I get on the mic, give him about 15, 20 minutes, less than that really. But I come back, the song it's like a whole different aspect. When I'm hearing it this way, he heard a whole another way.
Facts.
He got points where he dropped the beat, let my voice ride. Like it's fire. Like he killing it. And I was like, oh, so you an artist? Like I'm thinking he a whole producer because he an artist. He showing me his music, doing the same thing, and he putting in that much effort into me. So I ain't never really worked with nobody that did that much.
That's why I used to tell you, listen to Big Crit, man.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to put you on from day one. But
Right.
it's still what you did. You still came back to the real, to the water.
Oh yeah.
It's still the same formula, bro. He just homegrown with it.
bro,
You know?
like
That's all.
performing, looking at a crowd like you wouldn't move nobody. You heard me? But once you like make them feel like I done put all this effort in to even write this song or even think about it, come up with it.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you gonna feel this bitch as hard as I felt it when I finished performing. So
Right.
when you do grasp it, you heard me? Cause Saturday, I'm already done put in perspective that nigga gonna be in front of Gary Saturday, it's going down. It's gonna be warm tomorrow and a week out. They might throw water balloons in the hood.
Straight
You heard
up.
me? Straight up.
Get it
But
pop.
Saturday in front of Joe Discount, y'all. Any artists want to perform?
Y'all heard that, man.
Line
Big Lip
up over
Productions.
there.
Saturday in front Joe's
Yeah.
Discount, man.
Joe Discount.
You know, bring
Little ones.
heat.
If
Don't
y'all
bring
go
nothing
check
but
out
heat.
my
Not that
IG.
type of heat.
You heard me?
Music.
You gonna see little kids. You heard me?
Fat man.
Huh? Not just fat man.
Not
Other
just
little
Fat
kids in the
Man.
hood.
Yeah, bro. You gotta-
Fat man just the
He
one.
leading
that,
it. He leading a
you
wave
heard me?
right now.
Fat man wasn't even doing it then. Picture that.
Yeah.
Fat man saw them rapping in front of the store. And he come up, "Boob, I want to rap." I ain't take him serious
Right.
until he called me in that room writing. And when he came, he had shit already wrote down for the beat. Like, you hear me? Like, straight up. Like, and I ain't tell you, he made me rewrite the verse I was writing. Straight up. Straight up. Started over. Huh? And I actually sit down in a room with him and wrote the song.
Yeah,
Like,
he ate on that little bro.
Yeah.
What's the name
like,
of that?
we
what's the
actually
name of that
recorded
track?
it twice. We recorded that night, 3 o'clock in the morning. And we re-recorded the next night with Roots. And shot the video that same day.
Fat Man.
Right? You hear me?
What's the name of the song?
It's called Fat Man.
Fat Man.
Fat Man. Y'all go check Fat Man out on YouTube.
That's my
bro.
dude, bro.
Take over.
Fat Man, bro. Wilson Street, bro.
Take over.
Born and bred, bro. Dude, right there on Wilson Street in the middle of it all, dog. Real
Lil
tough.
Funk and Buddy Drugs.
Real tough. Hold on, man. We got a caller, man. Yo. What's up, fam? You live right now with us. Turn your phone up.
You might want to press your speak on you.
Man, we can't really hear you too well on here, man. All right, man. Yeah, do that.
Tell that boy go to Buckem Live. I'm going to bring him
He
to
about
the
to tap.
camera.
He about to tap in on that live
Oh,
right there.
man.
That was Smurf had a few questions for Buckem.
The Elvis
Oh,
Lamb.
Barilla, huh?
Official.
No, not
Barilla?
that
Barilla?
Smurf. Official with an A.
Yeah,
call itself,
that's
huh?
my dog, huh?
You got any questions for Buckem, man?
She's over there asleep.
Man,
Like him, you hear me?
You and Buckem working on some new music at the moment, huh?
Nigga, podcast, Chief.
Ain't y'all working on something right now?
I want to ask him like
Yeah.
who believed in you in the beginning?
No fucking body.
That would made you go harder.
That would make me, yeah.
All right,
You
then.
heard me?
All right.
And when I got a business aspect of it, I
Right.
mean, damn.
So what do you
That's
like
what
more,
I-
brother? Like what do you like more? You like recording more or sitting behind a computer?
All the way around the board now that I got it. Huh?
Come
my
on,
energy was immaculate earlier for the
Right.
concert.
Right.
Even like, you heard me? Lil Benny Lee had me, you heard me? I had the crowd, but I had to waiting on Lil Benny Lee, you heard me? Huh? And when at the end of the show, I still had to maneuver with the crowd. I got. Huh? You heard me?
I
You
was
don't
saying we
know me from can of oil,
I was
first
saying
of
we
all.
good.
Right.
But after today, you heard me? Look, I done got a few
Volume, I don't know
followers.
what's
Right.
going on.
You heard me? If not all,
All of them.
you heard me?
I don't know
They
what's all
tuned
the way
in.
up. It ain't-
Cause nigga represent.
Nah, it's good.
Shit, you
No,
heard
it
me?
ain't. It's not picking
Right.
nobody up. It's the volume real low on it. What was that with it?
I was asking Booby a couple of questions.
These new tracks y'all working on, man. What's going on with that?
It's on the Big Lip production.
What's going on with it? What's the name of the track?
What's the name of the one we working on right now? Oh,
My Weed.
My Weed.
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
one I walked in on the other day, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna
Wait,
be a
wait,
single.
That's gonna be the single or the Bag of Elm. You heard me? I got it. You heard me? It's called the Bag of
That's
Elm.
the one I'm jumping on.
That's my weed.
Oh, that's the same track.
Yeah,
Y'all
I'm
getting
taking
MP
my
on
verse.
that
No,
one?
look, son. I'm taking my verse off. I don't look, huh?
You taking Buckem off the track?
Buckem just gonna do the ad libs. I done wrote the song, recording it, did the ad libs. You heard me? Look,
So
I
you
know
got
Michael Park gonna get on that bitch and work.
And Buckem and Big Lil both still on the credit.
I'm still, it's all, you hear me? I ain't losing. I done wrote a hit.
I love it though. It's
Pharrell
definitely
better
a hit.
watch out.
It's definitely a hit though, fam.
Better
Real
watch
talk.
out.
Pharrell better,
That's
A
definitely
lot
gonna
of
be a
people
hit.
better watch out.
But I
not
think
just
he
singling out one
graduated
person.
to that level because I saw the level of thought he put into it to where he had the wherewithal to be like, I wrote it, he performed it, and it was like, nah.
It needs something else.
Like that's what I had to tell
I had to
you.
convince Cheesy to do it.
Yeah,
Like
like always, but
voice
you know.
on it, that was the difference. That's what made it,
That's what made the
that
whole.
took the song to another level by Chester performing.
He elevated it, and I already knew that.
But in the same token, you elevated him too as an artist
Yeah, the way
because
he
you
could grow,
pushed his limit.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? It was a little bit out of his comfort zone. So
The song ain't get played yet.
the song
He don't want to hear. He don't want to hear y'all. Yeah, it need to get played because
You
it's
don't
a,
want to hear what the
he don't-
reaction gonna be.
Yeah, he don't want to be. He sound like John Levert dad on that. He sound like John Levert dad on that. But,
Yeah, bro. We gotta get some more image.
Nice song too. I ain't gonna lie. I like it.
Yeah, that's nice, bro. It just got a nice feel to it, but it's more universal. But that's what I like the most about
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
universal.
You know what?
That's one of them tracks gonna be able to be played at a barbecue.
And yeah, they
And
gonna,
in
they
the
gonna,
club.
they gonna
They gonna be
make
able
a
to
line
line
dance
dance. They
to it.
gonna
I
be
ain't
able to
gonna
line
even
dance
sing.
to that. Real
You
talk.
hear me?
Real
It
talk.
ain't gonna even be a bus stop. They gonna make a
A
line.
line dance. You need to come
They
up. You
gonna,
need
they
to
gonna
get your
have,
people to make
they
their
gonna
own line
like
dance.
white people. They gonna do the white
You
people
need to
bus
get white
stop.
in the
You
morning.
hear me?
Right, with the kicking your
Yeah,
feet to
kicking
the
the
back.
feet.
Yeah,
Yeah, he get white in the morning.
Yeah, you
Look,
gotta get
hey,
them on that.
anybody who want to come get on Buckem videos with ideas, that's cool. You know what I mean? Because I got to open their eyes. Like what Sam just said, I need to get wife on it. My daughter can dance,
Yeah,
heard
man.
me?
The dance go solidified.
but they scared.
Ain't no such
They
thing.
take, when you get behind that camera point, that camera, you just got to open all up. Like we was telling you that night when you was calling to the track. You know what I mean? You supposed Cheese. What you supposed to be doing, Cheese? You supposed to be over
You
there
supposed to be
like,
moving, huh?
yeah,
I
like,
almost broke my finger in your house the other day.
yeah, do I do? Yeah, that's how yeah, you gotta have, bring soul to a hip hop track. Really like, like Bobby Womack got a diss he dropped. Like he on a track we'll do for real. Like I about to go take that bitch and remix. Cut and clean out there, you hear me? But I'm sorry, Sam, because Sam be on my ass. You know, my ass about it. Like, you hear me? I don't care.
About what? What we talking about?
About giving people this. Why you mess with the people shit, you gonna get sued. You feel me? Look,
I mean, but at the same time,
Blow like that is the consequence.
at the same time, though,
like music is music.
it's about
But
how
like,
you go about it, though. But
like a lot of old cats don't know that last Bobby Womack album. Like they fell off too. Yeah, he rocking with Lil ones. You heard me?
Man, we back, man. We back with Buckem, man. Big Lip Productions,
You're right, you're right, you're right.
a.k.a. Crawfish.
AKA.
We gonna call him a.k.a. We back live. Oh, you still there?
Yeah.
I'm here, fam.
What's up,
I
man?
got my partner here too. You heard me? He gonna run some shit down too.
Watch your language, Black. Who is your partner? Who is your
I just told my partner the same thing.
Who-
Look at me.
who is your partner and what y'all in partnership on, fam?
Hey, that's my partner Lou. He run a studio. He do engineering, dog. He do videos. He do everything with the sound and everything, bro. He 100 with it. He all the way around the board. He can make it happen. Whatever you bring to the table for him, he can make it happen for you.
Okay, so y'all got a production studio and y'all pretty much a team.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He run the studio part. Like he do all the engineering. He do all the videos. He do all that shit.
All right, we know we got a place to go when we come out there to the D then.
Oh, you already know that. I told you that, fam. I already told you that.
Definitely
Lou.
gonna link up.
Hey,
But listen.
Lou say something. Lou, introduce yourself, Lou.
Go ahead, fam.
What's up, man? I'm Lou, coming up from Denver, Colorado. We're out here. We're pretty much ready for anything anyone needs. We got everything set up for artists really out here. We're working with artists locally, but we're trying to expand this into, national.
Yeah,
What we're able to provide. It's pretty high quality, It's nothing like there is out here locally, and we believe we can help people nationally.
Yeah, like I said, I got with Art on it a little bit earlier already. We definitely scheduled to be out there next month sometime. We come and put some work in out there next month for about a week or so.
Fam, we got a nice little spot, a little warm spot for you, fam. We already know that, fam.
I already know you're going to take care of me, Black.
Love for you.
I already know how it's going. But listen, we got my man Buckem. You familiar with Buckem from the hood, huh?
Yeah.
What kind of question you got for my man Buckem, man? That was just that new single him and Cheese got coming out soon, man. What is the name of the song? I'm sorry, bro. My Weed. I like that track, man. Real talk. You got anything for Buckem?
Yeah, bro. What y'all got going on, bro? Y'all just doing the independent route, or y'all trying to get like a label deal, or y'all just doing like a single type joke?
Nah, we independent. Like it's like basically we learn how to generate our own currency.
Yeah, definitely gotta know how to do that all day.
Like as far as signing. Like, nah.
Yeah, on our end, Black, we ain't looking to sign no papers. We ain't even them type of artists. We not even coming with the type of energy they want anyway.
You know what I mean?
You feel what I'm saying?
I like.
We ain't we ain't hard up like that. We ain't looking for nothing. We ain't no industry type of cats. That ain't how we move.
Yeah, you ain't trying to be held in a crate.
No.
Yeah, I feel you. I already know. That's why I'm doing my thing, big dog and shit. Like everything we doing out here, bro. Moving forward, like the game. You know what I'm saying? You see what it's hitting for, so like. Everybody that got played before, so you learn from their mistakes, and you know what I'm saying. You jot that stuff down, and you keep it in your mental notes.
I mean, you hit that right on the head. You would think some of these cats figured that out, bro, but a lot of people ain't figured that out yet. We, like I said, we moving past that. We're not even really putting too much of our time into that. You know what I'm saying? They had to be really talking crazy.
Or in other words, we're on our masterpiece.
Make it happen. You gotta get out there and make it happen yourself, bro.
We gonna make it. We gonna make it happen regardless. We just saying we not interested in all them quote unquote deals or whatever that they got. See, y'all gotta bring this up to something else.
It's a lot of people get caught up with that, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying, and don't know what they getting into. You know what I'm saying? And this music industry, it's a dirty game. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? But I think the better prepared person will always win in any kind of fight. So you just gotta be prepared. You know what I'm saying?
That's a real fact right there. That's a good point right there.
Great point right there.
Anybody?
Y'all need anything from our end out here, dog. You know what I'm saying? You need us to put something for you. You need us, you know what I'm saying? Direct you in the right way. You know what I'm saying?
You heard what he said?
You need some production.
We need we need Denver fans.
Get in touch with me, you heard me?
No, he telling you right now.
I'm waiting on to get my information now, huh?
He telling you right now, man.
We need
trying
shows.
To book some shows out there.
We need Denver fans. We need Denver ears, like. You feel me?
You got it right here. You got
if y'all have anything like as far as
this one of the top youngest producers in the city. That's why I work with this man. He come with it. You know what I'm saying? So Lou, he got the connects on anybody in Denver, and I got connects all over too. So like we put our heads together and we make it happen, dog. You
ever saw Blow? You got Colorado connect. You heard me every time. You feel me? Huh?
Yeah.
Like to grasp something, to grasp like any area in Denver, like as far as being an entertainer, like what Wilson Mills doing, like, you feel me, with the podcast, we come rent a hall in Denver, anything, whatever it is to be done. But like if you want to collab, we need our Denver connect.
You know what I'm saying? You need to get in contact with us, dog, because we got the point of view on all this, dog. Hey, we got the game. You know what I'm saying? We got the game sold up with these young niggas. Like,
you can take my number down.
Really talented, but they got a lot of engineers out here. A lot of.
Let me cut you off for a second.
They do their thing, dog.
Let me cut you off for a second, Black. How can they get in contact with you?
You can email me at hooks1985@yahoo.com.
Hooks1985 at Yahoo.
Yeah, and I can give you the business number. You heard me? It's on 722-8593. You can text me, or you can just hit me up. You know what I'm saying?
Run that number to us one more time, Art.
Huh?
Run that phone number one more time.
It's 719. That's the area code.
Yeah, we with you.
It's 722-8593.
And that's the studio? Or that's you directly?
Anytime you want to get in touch with any kind of work done with the studio, you can hit that number, or you can email me, or you can Facebook message me at Arthur Hooks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Oh, that's
I'm
the
on
Arthur?
Facebook too.
Man, come on, man. Why are you talking so polite? That's little Arthur. Come on, man. Oh, man, that's little Arthur.
Don't start cursing him out just because he recognized who you was,
man.
man.
That's little Arthur. When he said the hooks, the hooks got me. Man, that's little Arthur. Man, you got me talking to you like, man, come on, man, you under me, man. Like you was part of the mini back committee. You feel me? We heard, hey, we just had Toney, you know how many Toney Converse stories we had heard? You heard me straight up.
Yeah, we had your mans on here, bro. You was able to watch it?
Yeah, I seen a little something. So I just came back to the studio and man, just trying to get everything together over here, dog. So
man, I
doing a bunch of things at one time. So
see, I'm about to get that clear right now.
See,
See, this man. See, this ain't got nothing to do with a whole lot, but that man said he taught you how to block and catch in high school. Is
Arthur was
this
a better
true?
blocker than EJ offensive line.
Come
on, Art,
Is that true or false,
I
Arthur?
just needed the right people to get it to me.
Hey, Art, you was a better blocker at EJ and wide receiver than the offensive line was.
Hey, but shit, I was a
I was too, though. Hey, I was too. I was good at what I did, Arthur. You heard me? I was good. He wasn't. You know why? He wasn't scared at contact.
No, Arthur been about that action.
Man, look, he was working with Kevin Lampkin
Facts.
and Matthew Green.
See, Art, thank you for calling in, bro. We're gonna let you get out of here, fam. I appreciate you, bro. I love you, dog. I'ma hit you up. Yeah, I'm gonna call you as soon as we get to the studio tonight. We about to go mess around at the studio when we leave here.
Bet.
All right, fam.
All right.
Later.
Man.
Yeah, one.
He said, "Man, it's Arthur." I told you, man. Y'all got any last questions for Buckem, man? Before we close this thing out, bro.
Man.
Buckem, a big lip, a crawfish.
A father. I'm a father too, y'all. Look.
Well, look, we gotta go to Matthew on that.
I'm Booby.
Let's talk. Okay, well, let's speak on Booby the father.
Like look. You know what I mean? Y'all split. I'm like split with personalities. I gotta graduate to every last one of them.
Right.
You heard me? Because I deal with different personalities every day.
I done seen you with your kids, though, bro. You're a great father, dog.
Great
Real
father,
talk, bro.
man. Yeah.
That's
That's all I see you with is your children.
I call them your production team.
All I see you
They
with
my
your
biggest
children.
critics.
They in the studio.
Besides Renard, they my biggest
Boy,
critics.
Lil Rob in the studio. Right?
Lil Rob got a
Real
song.
talk, bro.
Shout out to Lil Rob.
I call him his
You feel
production
me?
team, dog.
Like, but
What's the name of Rob's single?
Rob.
Rob.
But we about to shoot a video to that too. Part of Big Lip.
Yeah, we gotta be in on that, bro. I won't be on the Robert video shoot, dog. For sure.
Robert gonna come on. We gonna urban book Robert for the podcast.
Oh, we got to have Robert on. Rob know how to articulate himself. Rob know how to speak for himself. Robert, old man out here. We'll definitely have Rob on the show.
Like,
man.
I don't sign little ones. I work with them. Graduate. You heard me? I'm not dude off the chipmunks. Ian. How Pint? Look, I don't
Closing it out, Pine. You got anything, bro? We about to close it out. What you got?
I ain't really got much to say. I ain't good at closing out, but
see, look, hey, it's time out.
What's going on?
We got Pint saying on the end of his song, I ain't good with ad libs, and I left it there for him to hear that.
Yeah.
And be mad at it. So
He said that at the end of the song. You left it on the
I
song?
left it on there just for him to be mad at himself.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. If I know him like I know, I'm not gonna push him to be better, bro.
What I ain't, I can't, you hear me, is what I can. You hear me, the little train.
All right, man.
How these little people don't understand who the little train was, the
little engine that
yeah, that's what we was raised off.
Talking about Thomas?
Yeah, that's his name.
Thomas, man, the little engine that
Pike, that type of heart. You hear me? Thank y'all.
They didn't grow up on that story, though, but thank you
But
for
you
coming
can have
through,
the
Buckem,
father.
baby. Real
I had
talk.
to put my churn on it.
Love you, boy.
You feel me? My churn
best
tell you.
friend.
Pine was on the
My churn
boondocks.
tell you about Thomas. from front to back.
Pipe was on Boondocks, Granddad, and what's the little nigga? And Huey.
Boondocks, huh?
Huey and Riley.
Huey and Riley. All right, man. How can the people reach you, Big Cheesy, bro? Give them a way to reach you if they want to contact Big Cheesy, get with you, man. How can they do that?
Big Cheesy on Instagram, man. Big Cheesy Thoughts. I'm on Instagram, actively on Instagram. Facebook under construction.
Under construction. You gonna get it together though, man. We go get you all the way right, bro. On no Facebook, dog. Prank call it the old people.
Old heads.
Tell them watch your talk.
You can reach me, man. Wilson Mills, man, on all social platforms, man. M1llion Entertainment, bro.
M1llion
M1llionViewzPodCast, bro. Signing off, man.